Hello everyone, this is ThePrussianPrince with an Attila tournament match cast. This is Championship of Russia Group Stage 1, and it is the match between me and Arcticshieldbreaker of Zeal Clan. In this first game, I'm playing as the Langobards and he is the Huns. So it is a little bit of a, well, not an easy matchup for the Langobards, I guess, but it is definitely possible to win against the Huns, I think. If you play properly, I mean, you do have a disadvantage in terms of the cavalry contingent, but you have decent skirmishers that you can bring, slingers and archers if you wish, and of course you can bring a lot of nice infantry units that should do okay-ish against war warriors. Anyway, time to go over my build. So I have my general in a redoubtable chieftain unit with brace. Then I have 3 noble Germanic horsemen kind of on the right, 3 noble Germanic horsemen on the left. These ones all have bronze 1 upgrades. I actually do have 2 horse hewers and looks like a bunch of Gaudentsmen. 3 Gaudentsmen on the right, 3 Gaudentsmen on the left. And up front I have, looks like 5 of these Germanic hurlers. So I have a pretty decent skirmish contingent now for Arcticshieldbreaker, who is the Huns. Where is his general? Here it is. Steppe Chieftain, bronze 3 with brace. Then he has a bunch of these noble steppe cataphracts, 3 in the center and 2 on the right flank. Not a bad choice at all. Then he also has a bunch of steppe bows, looks like 5 of them. Oh no, make that 6 steppe bows. And in terms of his infantry, well, he has 4 war warriors, bronze 1 on in the center, 2 war warriors, bronze 1 on the right flank, and a chosen war bronze 1 on his far left. So now let's fast forward this and watch the battle. I mean, this is not an easy matchup for me again, but we will see if there's any possibility. So here comes the skirmish engagement. As you can see here, I'm activating precision shot and starting to focus on one of his units. I'm using loose formation and he is not. He's actually using flaming shot on my units, which is interesting. I guess it's fine if he uses precision, but... Oh wait, steppe bows don't actually have precision shot, my bad. So I think standard shot would have been better for him here, but let's just fast forward the game. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to annoy his archers, as you can see here. But I'm still targeting them, and my hurlers, some of them are losing to his steppe bows, which isn't great for me, but I'm killing a lot of his steppe bows and wasting ammo, so I guess it's not the worst trade for me. I mean, these units are similarly priced as well. As you can see, I'm moving, I have the horse hewers up front and then supported by Gaudentsmen, so it should be a pretty decent setup for me, but the fact that he does have 6 wars is troublesome. For me at least, but I do have extra infantry. The horse hewers could actually be very effective at dealing with his noble steppe cataphracts if I send them in properly, that is. So we'll see if I can do that. Here I'm still killing his steppe bows. I still have some of my Germanic hurlers, but the thing is now he can target me with some of his steppe bows, as he's basically killed off a lot of my Germanic hurlers. I've kind of won on my right, but it's not really won because I don't have much ammo left and he does. But here I'm making some mistakes actually pushing forward like this, and he's shooting my cav with flaming shots, so this is really bad for me right now. Still targeting his steppe bows with some of my Germanic hurlers though, but yeah. Pulling back here a noble Germanic horseman, pulling back this noble Germanic horseman, and it's now getting shot at in the rear. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Taking a lot of damage actually. That's really bad for me, of course, but let's just fast forward again, because as you can see, nothing has really started. He's gonna use his archers to actually target my cav, which is gonna be annoying, I think. No, he actually does not. Does he? He does actually, which is very annoying for me, but now I actually do catch his steppe bows, and I go very far. It looks like, yeah, I'm gonna pull back here, but I'm not gonna, he's not gonna get a proper charge off on my cav. Actually is. This charge is insane on my noble Germanic horseman. So I make a mistake over here. But this Noble Step Cataphract gonna get engaged by all these units now, but this is a mistake by me actually blobbing up like that with my cavalry. Here I am gonna be able to melee the step boat down, and this is a blob, which we'll see how well it works for me. I'm going to go into deep formation here and charge into his Noble Step Cataphracts. Gonna disengage here one of my Noble Germanic Horsemen, bracing as well, trying to go through and get into his War Warriors right now, basically. That's what I'm trying. So here I go. I'm gonna be able to get through this gap and get into his Ors, so that's gonna do a lot of damage to his Ors. Here I'm trying to send my cav forward. I beat his step bows, and he does have this War Warrior, which he sent up really far, but now he's pulling it back nicely. Here he looks like he's actually trying to pull through this Noble Step Cataphract to get to this unit, so I noticed that, and then I engaged this one into that cav unit. I'm sending around this Noble Germanic Horseman. I get a pretty decent cav charge off onto the flank of this war, and now doing a lot more damage. And now I follow up with another unit into these wars, so that's going to do a lot of damage to his wars. And now, as you can see, I'm kind of breaking through on his right flank, pushing forward with Horse Ewers and Godhan's men over here on this flank. These Godhan's men not doing the best against the wars. Here I try to pull back, but I honestly should have just engaged. Here he gets a pretty nice cav charge, but my Noble Germanic Horsemen looks like they might be able to rout this war, indeed, because of friendly fire arrows. So here it looks like I'm gonna go for a rear charge onto these two units and hopefully break this flank. Looks like it is going to be enough to break it. Even my general, I engaged him here just to break through this much easier. It looks like his Noble Step Cataphracts here are actually gonna get a cav charge off onto the Noble Germanic Horsemen. This is not great for me. But now I'm going to disengage the Noble Germanic Horsemen here. I have one over here, and the Godhan's men with Noble Germanic Horsemen support should beat that Noble Step Cataphract. Here I'm following up with the Godhan's men into this engagement, so definitely I'm going to win this engagement, despite the fact that the Noble Germanic Horsemen not looking great. Here he does have his Steppe Chieftain, which looks like they're going to get a charge off on the Hurlers. And now they got stuck, and I'm going to pour in all these units with Horse Ewers as well. And with the Horse Ewers, his cavalry is going to fall rapidly, as you can see here, his general, that is. So I've got my Noble Germanic Horseman here into this bow, but it's doing a nice job against my Noble Germanic Horseman. Here I'm going to get a nice cav charge off into the Ore. That's going to be off the field. So he does have this Ore left, but I just have a lot of infantry units left on the field. His general is dead, which is an amazing feat for me right now. He's going to be off the field. So now let's just zoom in and watch the fight, as it is basically over right now. Just dealing with these War Warriors that are trying to go off the field. They have no idea where they're going, so here we go. It looks like they activate the Frenzy. Now I'm focusing them now. I don't really know what they're trying to actually fight here. Looks like I get a cav charge off and then pull out. This is the final unit, this chosen War Warrior, and it's not actually gotten too many kills, but indeed, this is the first game. As you can see based on stats, Godhan's men doing pretty well, not even getting a lot of kills, but the Horse Ewers helped. The Noble Germanic Horsemen, I think those were the most important units for me, as I managed to destroy War Warriors with them. As for his stats, Noble Step Cataphracts for him not doing too well at all, actually, and his Ors being not very effective, because they got charged by my cav. Anyway, that is game, so I shall see you in game number 2. This is the second game of the match. I'm playing as the not the Langobards. I'm playing as the Jutes, and Arcticshieldbreaker is now the Langobards. So this definitely is, how should I put it? It is a matchup that is, I guess, favors the Jutes. We'll see if it's actually going to go that way. Here's my army. I have the Nordic Raid Leader Bronze 1 with Brace. Then I have up front 6 of these Nordic Horse Lords. In the back, a mix of Huskarls and Royal Huskarls. I believe I have, let's see, two Huskarls in the center and then 2 Royal Huskarls on each flank. Up front I have 6 Nordic Hurlers, so a pretty insane skirmish contingent that I've brought here. Now for Arcticshieldbreaker, who again is the Langobards, he has Redouble, Chieftain Bronze 1 with Brace. Then he has, let's see, pretty weird formation. 3 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the left flank. No, 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen with a Germanic Horseman. Now on the right flank, two noble Germanic horsemen, bronze one with another noble Germanic horseman. This one is vanilla though. So interesting that he brought a vanilla Germanic horseman instead of a noble one. Then he has, let's look at his skirmish contingent, 2 Germanic bows up front, and then looks like 3 of these Germanic archers. In terms of the melee contingent, on his left flank we can see a bunch of Godhansmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Godhansmen. And on the right, a Godhansman with the Godhans chosen. So pretty, actually a very strong melee contingent that he's brought here. But let's see if it's gonna pay for itself, because if I can, I mean the Huskarls will do really well. He does have more units than me though. Here he makes a mistake, as you can see, with his Germanic horsemen here. They're gonna get shot at a lot. Same thing over here actually. This unit's just gonna go down. I make a mistake with my own Nordic horse lords. This is pretty bad though. Or actually, is it, if I can make it into his unit with the charge speed, it won't be so bad. But I'm slowed down as well as he is. However, I'm getting some rear shots off into him. Here I get a really good cav charge. I don't think he noticed this one, and now I'm actually going to send some axes here to support. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to go for his units, but I believe, looks like I'm going to pull back at the last second. I do get some of my men caught though, unfortunately. But here I just kill off his Germanic horseman instantly with this horse lord without losing a single man. Very effective trade for me. Here, as you can see, I'm doing some nice damage with the Nordic horse lords. Killed a lot of guys, 7 just with their missiles. So lots of damage done to these units. Gonna disengage here though, and as you can see, I've broken through this unit very, very easily. Now I'm going to disengage. It is definitely shattered. I'm still moving around with the hurlers, trying to chase his bows here, but I'm going to pull out again. I'm going to flank this unit, it appears. Or am I going to slow him down? Ooh, he gets some nice rear shots off into the horse lords here, doing a lot of damage to me. That's pretty bad by me. But I do have extra horse lords here, which I'm going to engage into his noble Germanic horsemen. So this unit's pretty much dead here. Now here I'm getting some nice rear shots off with these horse lords as well. I'm gonna start the cav engagement, but I think soon enough I'm gonna be able to stop his cav here with 1 unit and then get some excellent charges off with my cav into his infantry. Here I get into his Godhansmen and connect with some of these other units too. And here this charge is massive into his Godhansmen. I believe it connects with both of the Godhansmen. And here comes another cav charge here into his Godhansmen. So this charge is also going to be brutal, I think. I've got these hurlers doing whatever they want over on that flank. And now I need to be careful because yes, I've activated Headhunt, but I need to stop this noble Germanic horseman actually, because it's gonna go in for my axes. I'm gonna pull out with rapid advance though, so this means his cav charge not gonna be as effective. And I believe soon enough when his cav unit gets stuck, I'm gonna get my Huskarls into the fight. Here, as you can see, it's a huge advantage for me. I do believe he got his noble Germanic horseman into the Royal Huskarls, but not the best charge it would seem. He's kind of trying to get through with the noble Germanic horsemen here, but as you can see, they're taking a lot of damage as he's doing that. And this is going to allow me to get a charge off onto the Godhan's chosen. A slow-mo charge, but it's still a charge, so it still should do some damage to it. Yeah, actually significant damage on the charge. This Nordic horse lord just stopping these 2 Godhansmen and doing a lot of damage. Now my general here, it looks like is going to get engaged, and with the help of these hurlers, the cav unit is down. Here he's got this noble Germanic horseman still annoying my Huskarls, but I've got these hurlers that I'm sending around. This looks pretty weird, actually. I have broken through on my left flank, though, and I'm gonna start killing off this noble Germanic horseman, charging in with the Royal Huskarls. He's gonna get a charge off in time, which is gonna be really bad for my Royal Huskarls, but I'm still gonna be able to win in prolonged melee against that unit. It's just lost too many men. I get another cav charge here into his Godhansmen and Godhan's chosen, so lots of damage. And now I'm going to, looks like rear charge his Godhansmen with 2 axe units, so bye-bye Godhansmen here. They're facing the wrong way. That's not good at all for them. Looks like they're finally going to turn around, but by this point they got rear charged. I have this Nordic horse lord pushing through here. Looks like I'm going to try and rear charge these units just to rout them off the field. And that should be enough to give me the victory here. And as you can see, these Godhansmen don't like fighting Huskarls at all. In melee here, my Royal Huskarl is going to easily destroy these Germanic bows, even if there's more Germanic bows. This Nordic Horse Lord here, sooner or later, is going to die for me, but it's not really a big deal because I just have a lot of Huskarls left on the field. I'm sending in another Royal Huskarl unit around on my left flank. I route this Germanic bow with the Royal Huskarl, and I think soon enough I'll be able to send this Royal Huskarl into this Gaudentsman. So here my Horse Lord is engaging and stopping his archers, so I can engage him. Now his Redoubtable Chieftain just gonna get charged by my Huskarl here, so he's not gonna like this one at all. As he's gonna get destroyed also by my cavalry. He's engaged here. But yeah, he's gonna fall rapidly to these Huskarl units, the Royal Huskarl. And now I've got more Huskarls chasing him. I believe I use loose formation here just so I don't get shot as much. This Gaudentsman is quite annoying for me, but I'm gonna be able to take it down with some of my units. And I have another Royal Huskarl on this flank. Here you can see his general is starting to waver, and he does actually rout off the field. And this should be game, and I'm going to be taking a 2-0 lead in this series with one more game to go. Let's look at the statistics. Well, as you can see, obviously Huskarl is doing fairly well here. Even the hurlers doing a lot of damage to his cab, actually, was kind of important. And then the Horse Lords getting into his Gaudentsman, Gaudens Chosen. That was a big deal. As for my opponent's cavalry, yeah, some of it got some kills, but a lot of it was kind of wasted. In particular, this Germanic horseman, that was a huge deal in this battle. And his archers, not really too effective, but granted, they did kill some of my cabs, so it wasn't too bad. Anyway, that's game 2. See you in game number 3. This is the final game in the series. I'm playing as the Sassanids, and my opponent, Arcticshieldbreaker, is now playing as the Alamans. So, we'll see how this one is going to play out. Sassanids versus Alamans. An interesting matchup, actually. But Alamans do have the tools to deal with the Sassanids, though. Anyway, time to go over my build. So I have my Persian Noble Bronze 1 General with Brace. Then up front, as you can see, I have, let's see, a lot of my Pushtigman Cataphracts. I love Pushtigmans. Griffenvar are great, but I love Pushtigmans too. It looks like I have 5 of these Pushtigman Cataphracts, and all are Bronze 1. Up front I have 2 Persian Hurlers, supported by, it looks like, 2 Armenian Slingers all the way in the back. I do have 2 Javelin units in total, 1 on each flank, a Persian Skirmisher that is, and a single Naft Thrower on the field. All the way in the back I have a lot of infantry units, actually. 6 Dalamite, well, not a lot, but I have some 6 Dalamite warriors, one of which is actually Bronze 1. Now for Arcticshieldbreaker's Alaman army, let's see what he has. Where's his general? I cannot see his general. There it is. Nodamar's Entourage, gold 3 with Brace. So this unit, let's look at the stats. It's gonna be insane with all these upgrades, basically, but one has to wonder if that is cost effective or not. Probably not. Anyway, for the rest of his composition, well, let's see what he has. He does have, how many Noble Germanic Horsemen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Noble Germanic Horsemen. Looks like all of them are Bronze 2, except for this one. This one is Bronze 1. Now in terms of skirmishers, he does have 3 Germanic bows in the front and then 3 Germanic archers in the back. For his main line, he has, let's see, in the center, 3 Protectorious Defectors, Bronze 1. On his right, 2 Bejeweled Nobles, Bronze 1. And on his left, 2 Bejeweled Nobles, Bronze 1. So these Bejeweled Nobles, look at their stats. Insane armor and health. So they will do quite well when they get charged by cavalry. Not a bad choice at all. And he also has some pike units on the field. Looks like one of them only, though. But yeah. Time to fast forward this and see how it goes. With my Persian hurlers, I should be able to do okay against the Germanic bows. As you can see here, I'm also spreading them out a little bit. Here comes the precision shot focused onto one Germanic bow. One has to wonder if this is effective or not. Most likely isn't, but oh well. I can't just not shoot his units, right? And I don't want to shoot with my Armenian Slingers right now, keeping them in reserve. As you can see, I'm just facing the other way with them so they don't shoot. Because I still have Fire at Will on at this point, I believe. So, we will see. Still focusing on to this Germanic bow. I'm gonna move up with Push Stigma and Cataphracts actually, and this is not a necessary move by me. But I guess it is fine because I can push away his Germanic bows and fire at his rear. As you can see, a lot of these guys are on the field right now. They do not like their Germanic life. Not enjoying it at all. Well, how can they enjoy their Germanic life when they're dead, right? That is pretty weird. Anyway, focusing this other Germanic bow now, as this is the one that's here. So he does, I do notice that he actually tries to target my Javelin unit here, which I'm not a fan of. So I'm gonna pull back my Persian Skirmisher here. I don't want it to get shot at. It does actually get some shots off onto my Pushtigbans. Looks like he does target this Pushtigban instead, so I'm not a fan of that either. This is why I'm pulling back my units on this flank. But as you can see, the Germanic bow is no chance against Persian hurlers. The thing is though, I've used my ammo with the Persian hurlers, and basically that means my Persian hurlers have wasted themselves. Anyway, I have some ammo left on my Armenian slingers, which is definitely important, but we'll see. So here he's gonna go in with the Noble Germanic Horseman, and this is a move which, ooh, he doesn't actually go in though. If I had ammo on this hurler, I would take out a lot of this Noble Germanic Horseman though. Shooting at the rear and from such a distance would be insane. This Persian hurler though, I could have actually targeted the Noble Germanic Horseman, I guess, but I wasted 2 Persian hurlers for these Germanic bows. Definitely a bad trade for me, I think. But anyway, let's fast forward. Looks like I go into melee with his Germanic bows though. So these Germanic bows are gonna go down in melee to my Persian hurlers. But now my Persian hurler here is going to get focused. Focused indeed. I'm trying to target his Germanic archers now though with the Armenian slingers. Here he gets into my Persian hurlers and just pushes, pulls back his unit instantly. Good move. But I've got these Armenian slingers which I'm not sure exactly how to use at this point, so I'm gonna pull him back and just wait. I still have javelins on the field which are actually in range of his Germanic archers, but he's not targeting them. He could definitely right now. As you can see, I'm trying to push on my left here, which is his unshielded side. Here I'm gonna get a pretty good cav charge off with my Pushtigbans into his Noble Germanic Horseman. I've got more Pushtigbans flying around, wow, flanking around, and then I've got this Persian Skirmisher on the field as well. As you can see, my right flank is basically just holding force. I need to start pulling more units to the left though. That's going to be necessary. So here against his Bejeweled Nobles, it looks like I'm going to get a pretty good charge off. But I do get stuck a lot with the unit. I do get into the Bejeweled Nobles though here, as you can see. Take out a lot of them. I'm going to disengage instantly though. I kill like really a lot of that Bejeweled Noble. And here I get a pretty decent charge off as well into his cav. And now I've got javelins here, which looks like are not used properly because I didn't target that unit and I didn't block with Dalemite Warriors. So that's a very good charge by him actually. I'm going to disengage my general from here, Persian Nobles. Following up with Dalemite Warriors, targeting all of these units and doing so much damage with the javelins actually. Here I still have Pushtigbans, which looks like I'm actually going to go straight for the Protectores Defectors. I guess these are in shield wall, but the replay doesn't show. Oh, and this Protectores Defectors just gets completely crushed by that cav charge. Don't really lose many, whereas the Protectores Defector just gets completely destroyed here. Looks like I'm gonna go for a cav charge here as well into both of these units. My Pushtigman here is totally out of position, but it did get into the Bejeweled Nobles and is stopping a lot of these men. It also allows me to fire with my Persian Skirmisher into his general, which is important. And here the nav throwers are gonna get charged by this Noble Germanic Horseman, but this Noble Germanic Horseman gonna go off the field soon. I am not helping my Pushtigban against the Noble Germanic Horseman though. That is something to keep in mind, or I should be doing that. My general is in some trouble here, but another cav charge here into these units should destroy them completely. I've got my Pushtigban here still holding against his Bejeweled Nobles and his general, which is nice. I have another unit in case I need to send it in soon, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna go for the cav charge into his Noble Germanic Horseman right now. Looks like it doesn't get his charge off, so this is important, and I think Am I actually going to engage here with my general, because my general is down to 34 men left? So I guess not. So my right flank has kind of died, but I am trying to push here on my left. As you can see, I'm moving on in with the Dalemite warriors, and these units are, Bejeweled Nobles here are wavering. Well, not wavering, but they're doing really well against the Dalemites, but as expected. I'm trying to get my Javelin unit to actually fire at his general, but I don't know what it's actually doing with that attack, or again, a weird bug that this game has. Still though, with my Armenian Slingers, I'm targeting his general. And these guys, as you can see, debug the attack orders in this game. I'm gonna move up with these Dalemites, going to support my Pushtigbans, because they're losing to Noble Germanic Horsemen. Here, as you can see, I get another calf charge off onto his Bejeweled Nobles, going to get out of there and charge into this Bejeweled Nobles instead. Should allow me to rout this unit soon enough. But he still has a lot of Bejeweled, and my right flank, as you can see, it's not looking great. He's gone through with Noble Germanic Horsemen here, though, and he's actually looks like he's trying to go for my general, which I think I noticed soon, and I'm gonna pull him out. Okay, I guess, yeah, I pull him out, but looks like I'm gonna take a lot of damage on him, which is pretty bad for me. But as you can see, I've broken through on my left, he's broken through on my right. I'm going to charge into Bejeweled Nobles with Armenian Slingers. Well, we'll see how much damage that's gonna do. I guess, maybe I'll kill one guy, but that's it. On the charge. No one killed. Interesting. So now I'm going to target with Javelins, though, his Bejeweled Nobles. And the thing is, my general at this point dies, but I still have some cav units on the field. I'm going to go for this Noble Germanic Horseman. I'm targeting his Bejeweled Nobles here, it seems, to slow them down. And I'm hoping to be able to stop this Noble Germanic Horseman. I've still got some Pushtigbans left on the field. The Javelins are targeting the Bejeweled Nobles and doing some damage, but this is not the best target for my Javelins, because this unit has insane armor, as you can see here, so it's not going to take a lot of damage, and insane health, so the Javelin's not really killing anything, basically. But here I've got a lot of sword units still left on the field. He has this Noble Germanic Horseman, which is fairly annoying for me. I've got the brace on, though, and I'm going to be able to stop this Noble Germanic Horseman and shoot it in the rear as well, which is pretty huge. But here I'm going to be able to blob against this Noble Germanic Horseman. He still has this Bejeweled Noble, and I can actually engage my general if I so wish. I'm targeting the rear of this Bejeweled Noble, which is more effective than targeting its front. So I'm killing a couple of those guys, as you can see, but not a lot. Here I'm sending in some Dalemites flanking around. I still have some Pushtigbans left on the field. And I'm killing this Proactoris defectors with the Dalemite warriors, as you can see here. I still have some extra Dalemite warriors and some Nav throwers. Soon, looks like I'm going to target the Nav throwers. With them, I'm going to target this Bejeweled Noble over here. I'm going around with the Pushtigban activating steady, so I think I'm going to go for a cav charge here soon, because he's going to go in with his cav, so I think I'm going to notice this, or I guess I'm not going to notice this in time. And I don't even get an attack order off. I just click a movement order, because it's hard to click attack orders in this game, if, actually. So here I'm going to get a cav charge off into unbraced Bejeweled Nobles, even though they seem to be in shield wall. It doesn't really matter, because they were not braced. So even a couple of these Pushtigbans just killed the whole unit. Well, killed half the unit, actually. Now my general just broke through his Noble Germanic Horseman here. I still have my units in here. The thing is, though, I'm using Nav throwers and killing a lot of my own men here and causing them to waver. So here, as you can see, I'm getting some cav charges off here, and this should actually be game, I believe. I'm gonna get another Armenian Slinger here into the fight. These Bejeweled Nobles not gonna like what they're seeing. They're not gonna like being dead either. Because all these units just keep chopping down the Bejeweled Nobles. And my units don't care whether they're nobles or not. They're just gonna kill them. For Assassinate Empire. Kill everyone. Anyway, that is game, so let's look at statistics. As you can see, some of my Pushtigbans did an amazing job. Even Dalemite's not doing as bad as I thought. And Javelin's doing some work too. But as you can see, based on his stats, his Bejeweled were the core of his army, and they didn't get a lot of kills. Some of his Noble Germanic Horsemen did really well, though, against my Pushtigban Cataphracts. But anyway, that is game, so It is also the match. Hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video. And I shall see you next time.